Tragic here, and welcome to Lord of the Rings. Okay, so Lord of the Rings, let's do it. Okay, so what we're playing here is Journey Down the Anduin, which is a really fantastic quest. So let's just read it out. To the river! Emerging from Mirkwood Forest with an urgent message for Lady Galadriel, you must now make your way south along the Anduin River in order to reach the Forest of Lorien. As you leave the forest behind, you notice you are being pursued and thus quicken your pace. Each player reveals one card from the top of the encounter deck and adds it to the staging area. Okay, so that's all well and good. So this is one of my favourite quests in the whole game. Now, not because it's the most exciting, not because it's the most spectacular, you know, there's interesting mechanics in a lot of the quests, but what's really cool about this quest is that it's just really, really well designed. Now, what I mean by that is this game is a little bit notorious amongst players for having incredibly strong setback cards. And this is a common problem in a lot of dummy deck games. A dummy deck game is a game that has an AI controlled deck that you just draw from the top of, like a dummy. It's a dummy deck. Now, the problem with Lord of the Rings that a lot of other dummy decks don't have is that it's actually a deck construction game at its heart, like, you know, Android Netrunner or Star Wars or whatever, or Call of Cthulhu. And what I mean by that is that the player has a large card pool and they can select from that card pool and build a deck. And of course what that means is the player decks are incredibly powerful in relation to the dummy deck. There's just no way a dummy deck can really compete with, you know, a constructed deck. So they put a number of different little effects in this game to set back the player, and one of them is hardcore treachery cards. And as the game progressed and the player decks got more and more powerful, these cards have become really out of control powerful. Like a lot of people complain about it because they feel that they don't have a real ability to play strategically. It's just, you know, the luck of the draw about whether the deck gets, you know, whether they get a bad draw or not. You know, kind of like blackjack, okay? It's like in blackjack, right? There's strategy, there's knowledge of cards, there's, you know, knowledge of numbers. But when it comes down to it, a single flip of the card can put you over 21, right? And no, there's nothing you can really do about that. There is always going to be a humongous luck element. And Lord of the Rings, the card game, is like that as well. Like, you could spend months creating the best deck ever that you love, but then, you know, you'll win scenarios, even hard scenarios. You might win a really hard scenario, say 2 times out of 5, which is a good ratio for this game. But then you'll find that the 2 times you win is when you don't draw a certain card, and when the 3 times you lose is when you drew that card. So it's not actually your skill or your deck that's, you know, allowing you to win the game. It's the fact that you're not drawing these terrible encounter cards. So it just becomes a luck of what you know, it's just a jackpot. Like, I remember this one guy ages ago, he made a thread where he would give people stacked decks and he would predict whether they would win or lose based on the deck. So he would know what was coming up in the encounter deck and he would be able to predict, and he got almost 100% accuracy because he could just look at the cards and say, well, this guy's going to lose this scenario because this card's coming up in turn 5. There's no way you can stop this. It's game over. And he was almost 100% accurate. And, you know, it was a pretty interesting read. I'll try and find that link. Anyway, regardless of all that, Journey Down the Anduin doesn't have this problem. Let me just reveal the first card. Whoop! Enchanted Stream. When Enchanted Stream is active location, players cannot draw cards. So it's going to sit up there for a while. Okay, so we're not being chased out by monsters, but we are sort of got turned around, lost inside the forest, and we've sort of blundered out of the forest, and this is where we are at the Enchanted Stream. But this quest, right, this quest is a hard quest. Like, this is the kind of quest that when people first get the core set, they're like, what? How do I, you know, what do I do? What do I do? I'm stuck. Why am I shuffling this? I forgot to get the troll out. So we flip the card, and it says, as you approach the location of a small raft stashed on the riverbank, a fearsome hill troll emerges from behind a grouping of rocks and attacks. So we search the deck for a hill troll and put it out. So while I was saying this is well designed, they've never made you shuffle the encounter deck twice in a row anymore. All the cards are put aside before you do your first shuffle. Much better. But what I'm saying is, this is a quest that people, when they first get their core set and they first start playing, it's hard. They're like, what? How can I beat this? This is a really hard quest. But the cool thing about this quest, and the good reason why it's so well designed, is that once you know the quest and you know what you're doing, there's a number of decks, archetypes you can build that really just own it, you know, and you can get very high win ratios. There are setback cards, but you can play around them. They're not, you know, they're not cards that are just, you know, unstoppable. Like, if you flip them, they hurt you, and they hurt you bad, but they don't destroy you so much that it's game over on that card flip. You know, like if you draw, you know, 2 setback cards in a row, you're probably game over, but that's very different from drawing 1 card and drawing 2 in a row. And that's why this particular quest for me is so well designed, because it doesn't matter that it's not the most interesting quest. This is a quest that you can feel the power of your deck building. You feel like your decisions matter and that you're really playing the game, rather than just, you know, stalling for time hoping that you don't see a killer card. Yeah, but anyway, the point is I really like this quest, so I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so now let's have a few words about my deck. Yeah, because like in the last time I did the video, people said I didn't go into the strategy enough, so I'm going to do a little introduction, what I'm doing now, and go into the mechanics of the deck I'm running. Now, like I said, there's a couple of different ways you can play this scenario, and one of them is the deck I'm using, which is a threat reduction deck, okay? And the way it works is, well, basically, okay. Let's go through it. We should do this at least once in these videos. Okay, so these are my heroes, right? Now, see this number here, this 4? That is her willpower. So when she taps, okay, she contributes 4 will to the quest, right? And these guys, see these 2 cards, they have these little numbers here. 2 and 1. So this is 3 threat, and she's generating 4 will. 3 minus 4 equals 1, which means we've beaten the quest by 1 point, and we get 1 quest progress token on the quest or on the location, whatever's active. And that's the way the questing works, right? So you tap, you add up all these little symbols. If it's higher than the threat, you gain progress tokens. If it's lower, you have to raise your threat dial. And when you get to 45, I think it is, it's game over. So what you're trying to do here with this particular deck is keep your threat low at all times. So every single turn your threat goes up. So this particular setup, we start at 27 threat. Because when you look at your starting heroes, your 3 heroes, you can see you've got 8, 10 and 9, right? These create your starting threat of 27 in this case. And all the heroes have different numbers. Now, what happens is, the threat has another meaning. Like, see this number up here? It says it's 30. This is like his aggro. So when we get 30 threat, he attacks. See, this is the staging area, right? When he attacks, he comes down into the individual player's combat zone, and then you can fight him. But you can choose to engage people at will, but if your threat matches the number in the top corner there, then they always attack you. You've got no choice. Okay, so it's quite important, that number, and especially in this deck, because there's only 2 enemies that are under 30, I think, in this entire deck. There's like a Goblin and a Warg. Everyone else is 30 plus, which means that if we keep our threat low, the vast majority of the deck we never have to fight, ever. So we quest with Anduin, right? And we use Done here. He has an ability that allows him to attack directly into the staging area, which is unusual. So he can attack while they're up here. So Done here attacks them in the staging area. Anduin, and she does the questing. We have threat reduction cards in here to keep us below 30 threat. And we have Berevor to tap and draw extra cards so we can get those reduction cards. Now, why didn't I just use Bilbo? Well, we only really need a couple of cards. Once we get it, we've got other uses for her. She comes with willpower, attack, defense, more hit points. She's a much better all-around character, but she does come at a cost of 1 extra threat. Okay, because it's important this, because we have 27 threat. That means at turn 3, if we pass every quest, at turn 3, the hill troll is going to attack. Okay, which is bad news. So what we want is we want Galadriel's Greeting in our opening hand. Okay, so if we don't have Galadriel's Greeting in our opening hand, we are going to mulligan. And if we don't get it by turn 3, it's pretty much game over. I mean, our deck can handle the hill troll attacking early, but it's difficult. There are ways out of it with our deck, because as you know, we got also when you pay for cards, right? Your cards are paid using the resources on the heroes, and each hero belongs to a specific sphere. But unlike most resourcing games in card games, every single point of the card's pool, card's cost needs to come off the one resource pool. So what that means is, oh, phone call. Okay, so I've just got a phone call. I've got somewhere to go. So what I'll just quickly do is I'll just quickly draw my first 6 cards and see if there's a greeting in it, and if not, I'll come back and finish the introduction and get started. Whoa, the pressure. Okay. Cut. I'll reshuffle that deck in my next video as well, just a little bit, just so you know I'm not stacking it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so this is actually a pretty good hand. Okay, we have a Westfold Horse Traveller, we have a Took, we have 2 cards there we can't cast, and we've got Rhythmark's Finest. So this is actually a pretty good hand, but like I said, if we don't have a greeting, we are not going to keep it. I'd love to keep this hand, but if we don't draw a greeting by turn 3, it's pretty much game over. So as good as that is, we are going to discard it. So let's just chuck it out, and just for shits and giggles, let's have a look at what the next bunch of cards is. So that's turn 1. So say we get to use Berevor each time. That's 1, 2. Oh, look at that. See, we would have got the greeting by turn 3, which means we could have kept that really awesome hand and it wouldn't have ended the game. Oh no! So that was quite upsetting. Still, hopefully we'll be as lucky a second time. I better go actually, because I'm supposed to be meeting someone at the coffee shop. draw our next 6, and then I'm going to go, and then I'll shuffle the encounter deck for you so you see I'm not cheating. And then we'll play this biatch. Come on, give us a greeting, give us a greeting. We want a greeting. Yeah, so basically what's interesting about this quest as well is that you don't need a lot of questing power. 6 quest power is about all you need at any given time. You get 8, anything over 8 and you're laughing. So it's quite easy to quest in this. So all we need to do is stabilize our quest and drop our threat. So first priority is dropping our threat and then stabilizing our quest, and then the game is, you know, hopefully sewn up. We'll see what happens. Okay, so let's do a cut. 1, 2, oh there, 3, good. No. Hey, there we go, greeting in our first hand. Perfect. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a horsebreaker. Yes! Okay, now that is awesome. Okay, so now we have a great opening hand. Okay, we've got a horsebreaker, we've got our threat reduction, we've got a discard card, and we've got test of will to protect against when revealed effects, and we've got both of these cards, which allows us to replay our, because this card allows you to pull cards out of the graveyard, which allows us to replay greeting. So that is a fantastic hand. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'll just draw the 7th card for the starting hand, and we have a steward. So everyone gets a resource. And it's turn 0, and we're ready to rumble. Okay, I've got to go to coffee shop and have a coffee, and I'll be back, and I'll give this a really quick shuffle when I come back so you can see it's not cheating, and I will see you next time. Okay, so through the magic of editing, we are hours and hours and hours later. So sorry if it doesn't match the previous colors. But so I don't know what I was saying, so we will just continue from wherever we were. Right, so back to square one. Right, so it's turn 1, we have quite a good hand, and there is currently 2, 3 in the staging area. So we're going to spend 2 and place out the horsebreaker. Then we're going to quest for 4. Quest for 4 and reveal a card. Fa-choing! Okay, so it is, oh, let me just move the camera lens so I can see. It is an Eastern Blight, which is only worth 1, but it's worth 6 points, and we're forced to travel there. So, here we are. We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 in the staging area, and we're questing for 4. But we're going to discard Landreval and make it 5 quest points. So we get 1 quest, so we get 1 quest point up here. And that's all very well and good. Then we're going to tap and draw 2 cards. 1, 2, okay. Nice. We go up to 28. Untap, untap is now the second turn. Second turn. What's going on? I've got it upside down. Second turn. 1 resource, 1 resource, 2 resources. Okay, now remember, we have to cast the greeting either this turn, next turn, or the next one, but we've only got 2 resources. So if we put another creature out, which we want to do, So we put a creature out, next time it's 29. So I think as long as we don't have any kind of massive screw up, we're safe. So we're going to do it. We're going to spend 2 resources, put out another quester, and that's it. And then we're questing for 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and we had to travel to here. We were forced to travel to there. Sorry about that. Okay, now we reveal the next card. When revealed, reveal X additional cards where X is the number of players in the game. So we reveal 1 more card. And it is a Warg, which costs 2. So let's put him up there. This goes in our discard. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the staging area. And we're questing for 4, 5, 6. So the question is what to do now. I think the plan here is to do it. We could sacrifice the Horse Traveller and clear this location. That'll give us 3. Then we have to defend with Beravor. I think that's what we're going to do. So it's the end of the reveal step. Now there's an action phase. So I'm going to tap and discard Rivermark's Finest to place 2 progress tokens on any location. Get my Coke out of the way. And we place 2 here, and it only costs 2. So this is explored and gets discarded. Now there is a total of 3 in the staging area. We're questing for 6. So we get 3 on that location. Now, this guy comes to attack us because he has a threat of 20 and we're at threat 28. He gets a shadow card. We defend with Beravor. It's revealed. That's perfect. There's no shadow effect, so this goes back into this goes into the discard, and the Warg has an effect. If the Warg is dealt a shadow card with no effect, return the Wargs to the staging area. So he goes back up to the staging area. Now normally that's a bad thing, but of course, oh wait, sorry, I've got to do the damage. He attacks for 3, and she defends at 2, so she gets 1 damage. So he goes up to the staging area, and normally that's bad, but we can attack with Done here into the staging area for 3. He has 1 damage, 1 defense, so he gets 2 wounds. Okay, so let's untap, 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 get a resource, get a resource, get a resource, and we go to the next turn, choing, and we go to the next turn, choing, we're at 29, and now we draw a card, shunk. Okay, now we can't use these resources because we need to be able to cast this guy next turn, and there's no other things we can do, so we are just going to go straight into the quest mode, and we're going to quest for 4. So let's reveal a card. Foomp! Ooh, it's another hill troll. Great. So we have 2 hill trolls. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're questing for 4. No change. Is there something we can discard? We don't want to discard any of those cards, so we're going to not discard. So 4, 4, nothing changes, no penalty. This guy attacks us, and he gets a shadow card, and we are going to defend with the West Road Traveller, flip it over. No effect again, gets discarded, moves up to the staging area, and she is killed. And that is the way the deck is meant to function. We're supposed to do it that way, okay? The idea is 2-cost allies, we can just keep putting them out, feeding them to the monsters and allowing Beravor to tap. So that's the deck design. And then we tap with Done here, put another 2 wounds on the Warg, which kills him. Okay, then we tap and draw 2 cards. And we're looking for that card. That's the card we're looking for. Awesome. So we're starting to cook with a little bit of gas. Okay, so we get 2, we get 2, This goes to 4. 2, 4. And then everyone untaps, blah, blah, blah. This goes up, choink. This goes up to 30. Okay. And now we spend 1, 2, 3 resources. And we cast Gladriel's Greeting for 3. And that drops our threat all the way down to 24. So now we have tons of time. This goes in our discard. And then we're going to use 3 resources from our lore and cast out Rivendell Minstrel. Okay, so that's all well and good, Lee. So that allows us to search our deck. So we're going to search our, this card allows you to search your deck for a song. So it's a minstrel, it helps you find a song. It's pretty cool. So somewhere in here is a Song of Leadership. There it is, Song of Kings. Okay, so what the songs do, the songs add a resource icon to the cards. Let me just pull the power cord out of this camera so I can reach around it a lot easier. Yeah, there we go. So the songs allow you to add a resource icon to the cards, and they're very, very, very cool. Especially in the early game, where, like in the early pool, songs were just super important. There's a lot of heroes and stuff that have double songs now. I think Elrond can cast 2 songs, and you know, there's a lot of way to add it. So it doesn't mean you draw extra resources, it just means you can pay for other cards using those resources. So this goes into our hand. And we could cast this straight away, but there's no point. We may as well hold on to it for a turn. And now we have our quest mode. So, once again, we quest for 4 and reveal. And we have a Banks of the Udan. Banks of the Udan is worth 1, so that's 1, 2, 3. This goes to 4. All well and good. Now, he could attack the trolls, but he only does 3 damage and they've got 3 defense, so nothing we can do there. But we are going to tap Beravor and draw 2 cards. Okay. Now we untap, untap. This goes to 25. This goes to 2. This goes to 1. And this goes to 2. Okay. So, now we've got plenty of gas. So this is what we're going to do. Firstly, we want to keep this card always up if we can. If we can always leave 1 resource spare for this when revealed effect. So we're going to cast 1 resource from Beravor. Oh wait, I haven't drawn a card. Draw a card for... At the beginning of the turn you've got to draw a card. 1, 2, yeah, I didn't think I did. Anyway, it's another greeting, awesome. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, one resource of Beravor, and we're going to cast Song of Kings on Eowyn, because she's our hero. She's a spirit hero, which is where we want to have the steward, and she also has 2 resources, which means that she can instantly play Steward of Gondor. Now, Steward of Gondor allows you to tap and add 2 resources. So what actually happens here is that we pay 2 resources, we place it, and then we tap it and get those 2 resources back. But a lot of people, it's easier just to play it as comes in tapped. And it just means that she now retrieves 3 resources a turn, not 1. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so now we have to decide what to do next. Okay, so okay. we're going to spend 2 resources, so that's 1, 2, and this is important because remember these resources are worth spirit and leadership, so we want to leave as many on her as possible. So 1 from here, 1 from there, and play out another West Road Traveller. Now, let me think. West Road Traveller allows us, if we read, after you play West Road Traveller from your hand, switch the active location with any other location in the staging area. And we're going to do that. So we're going to switch this one, Banks of the Anduin, which is +1, right, for this one here, which is the East Blight, which is also 1. So it's no net threat difference, but this has a really funky effect. If it leaves play, it goes onto the top of the encounter deck, and that can slow down the encounter deck by tons. So that goes there, this goes here, and it keeps its progress tokens. And now it is the quest mode. So we're going to quest for 4, we're going to quest for 4, 5, 6. So there's 1, 2, 3, yeah, okay. So we're going to quest for 6 and reveal from the encounter deck, shook. And there we go, Goldar Orcs. Okay, chunk, and that makes a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, the question is, do we want to waste our test of will to cancel the when revealed effect? Because this orc has an effect, right? When revealed, the first player chooses 1 character currently committed to the quest, deal 2 damage to that character. So, the question is, do we want to do this? Is this something we want to do? Now, there are a lot of cards that I want to use Test of Will on, and this is one of them. But, in my opinion, I call these get out of jail cards, or like oh shit cards, if I'm not being polite. And what that means is, I don't want to use a Test of Will. Like if I had 2 in my hand, boom, I'd cast it. Because I've only got 1, I would rather have this available later on. So what I'm actually going to do is put the 2 damage on here and kill that character. Clunk. And now we're only questing for 4. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the staging area. Okay? So what happens is our threat is going to go up by 1. Chunk. Now, he then comes and attacks us. He gets a card, and we're going to defend with the Traveller. It gets flipped over, no effect. Attacks for 2, this kills this card. And then we are going to attack for... Okay, I think we're actually... Well, let's just kill him. We're just going to kill him, attack for 4, and kill the card straight off. And that we're not going to get to draw. So everyone untaps, untap, untap. Threat goes up to 27. We get 1 resource, and she gets 3 resources, takes her to 4. Then we draw a card. Okay, so... now we have a lot of resources. I want to leave 1 resource for Test of Will. I think I'll definitely cast that again if I have another chance. So we're going to cast 1, 2 resources and put an Unexpected Courage on Beravor. And then we're going to cast another 2 resources. She goes back down to 1. And put out another West Road Traveller. And now we're going to quest for 4, 5, 6. reveal a card. It's a black crows that gets surge, which means we draw another card, and it's when revealed, each location in the staging area gets +1 until the end of phase. Each player with a threat above 35 or higher chooses and discards one character from hand. Well, we don't have any 35 or higher, but we do have one location. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we get 6. Okay, so what is interesting here, the crows is 30 threat, and we are at 27, so we don't actually have to engage. So then we attack into the staging area and kill the crows. Now the crows is a special card. When it dies, it actually gets shuffled back into the encounter deck rather than going, into the discard pile. Oop. Hard to shuffle when you've got to reach around the camera like this. What's going on here? Something weird's going on. Oh, another broken sleeve. Wow, I'm going through these pretty quick. Yes, I used to play this game a lot. My sleeves are all worn out. Okay, so cut the deck. And then of course we tap Unexpected Courage to ready Berevor, who we then tap, draw 2 cards. Oop, not from that deck though. Okay. So, untap, 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 untap. We go up 1 threat, and it's the next turn. Everyone gets a resource. She goes to 4, he goes to 1, and she goes to 3. Right, so now I think what we're going to do is actually do another greeting. So we cast greeting, that costs 1, 2, 3, and we drop our threat another 6, which takes us to 22. And we still badly need our buff cards to give him extra strength. Okay, so we quest for 4, 5, 6. Reveal a card. It is the Goblin Arches. And we get 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 4, 5, 6. That means we go up by 1. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the Archer is a pretty nasty card. This card is vicious actually. During the encounter phase, players cannot optionally engage a sniper if there are any other enemies in the staging area. So he can be a real problem if you don't have a way of getting rid of him. Because every single time the combat ends, if he's still in the staging area, you've got to wound a character. But luckily for us, of course, he doesn't attack us because he's got a threat of, he doesn't come down because he's got a threat of 48. No, 48. That must mean the game ends at 50, not 45, because how could you get to threat 48 if the game ends at 45? It must be threat 50. I've always played 45. Okay, whatever. He taps though, and he attacks in the staging area for 3. He's got 0 defense, 2 wounds. That means he's killed. Doing chink. And then we tap Berevor and draw 2 cards. Okay, so we've got a lot of gas. And now we draw 1 more card for the start of the turn. She gets, well, let's do this. So he goes up to 1 to turn 5, turn 23. This goes to 5. This goes to 1 and this goes to 4. Untap, 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 untap. Okay, so we've got a lot of good stuff here. We're looking very strong actually. All we really need to do is draw some of our damage cards so we can start damaging those trolls, and then we're cruising. So one of the first things we're going to do, what's going on here? This card feels funny. Oh, I know why it's all splitting, because half of these aren't dragon shields. Half of these are not. Ah, that's why they're splitting. This is a dragon's shield, or thick and awesome, and these other ones that are splitting, like this one, are not. They're FFG ones. Okay. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so we've got a lot of gas here. So what we're going to do, we're going to spend 2 of these resources for Law. I'm going to go from 5 to 3. And we're going to place out the Celebrian Stone. This gives her +2. So she's now questing for 6 just by herself, okay? Which is pretty awesome. Okay? Then we've still got 3 resources left. We leave 1 resource for Test of Will. That gives us 2 spirit resources. And I think we're going to spend those 2. So that's 1, 2. This goes down to 2. And we're going to put out the Toque. And now we're going to quest for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reveal a card. When revealed, deal 1 damage to each character controlled by each player with a threat of 35 or higher. Our threat is 23, so that does nothing. Clunk, away it goes. So there's 3 in the staging area, and we're questing for 10, I think. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we go up 7 points. So this goes up to 3, right? And goes to the top of the encounter deck. And then we get another 6 points on here, which means we've quested 7 points on that, alright? So that's all very well and good. Still nothing we can do for these guys, so let's tap and draw 2 more cards. Stand and fight, awesome. Okay, God. Normally we can stop drawing cards, but we just still haven't got our booster card. So let's untap, untap, untap. Let's go up to 6. Let's go up to 24. She gets to 3 resources, he gets 1 resource, and he gets 1 resource. And then we draw a card. Okay. So, draw engine is definitely working. We've got all our sneak attacks. Got that guy. And that guy. Oh look, we've got 2 when revealed cancels now. That's awesome. So, well, not a lot we can do here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to spend 2 resources. So that's 1, 2. This goes to 4, and put out an Unexpected Courage on Denethor. I guess we can do that. Okay, whatever. That's what we're going to do. And and I suppose we'll spend another 2 resources and put out a Westworld, another Wandering Took. Okay, so we've got a lot of protection now. So now we can quest, and if there's any damage, we can put it on the Took. So if we quest with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, flip a card. Oh, we forgot to travel to this place. We're forced to travel there, so this has to be there, sorry. And we drew a card, and it is another Bank of the Anduin. Oh, it's not another one, because remember when we pass this, it goes onto the deck here. Very, very powerful card. And you can see how amazing this card is. So what do we now get is, we're questing for 11, there's 3 in the staging area. So we get a whole mass of tokens, and yeah, so we get 2 tokens here, 1, 2, which brings that to 6, which means this is passed. And then we get another, what was it, 11 versus 3, wasn't it? Yeah. So we get another 8 tokens here, so that's 5 brings this to 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now you might note we have 12, 13, 14, and we only need 8 to pass that, but we can't pass that stage. Go away, cat. We can't pass that stage until we kill these trolls, so we're just stalling for time now. And of course we travel to the banks, tap, draw 2 cards, shink. Yeah, finally, shink. Hey, awesome. Okay, so this game is pretty much sewn up. Go to 7, go to 25, untap, 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 untap. This becomes 5. This becomes 1. This becomes 6. And the first thing we do is cast this for 3. Takes us down to 3. And then we get to search our deck. And what we're looking for now is the Song of Spirit. There it is. Put that in our hand. And the reason why we do that is because you might note there's not many lore cards in our deck at all. So those lore resources just build up. So we want to get a Song of Spirit on there ASAP so we can just start using them. Okay. Now, I'm going to spend 4 resources, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, takes this to 3. So that's 1 resource, and then we pull this out into our hand, and then we cast that for 3. So it's 4 resources, and we drop our threat by another 6, and we're now at 19. Okay, so we're almost completely immune to being attacked by enemies. We could do this again right now actually, but I think I'd rather hold off for a bit. Now the reason why I left this at 2 instead of paying all 3 here is because pretty much all the lore cards are 3 cost, and this means if we get a lore card we'll be able to play it. So once again, same deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We draw a card. Shink. And it's a gold orc. Stick this on the top here. And oops, I've got to quest with you. Oh well, I'm not going to quest with you. So what we're going to do is we're not going to care about that. Let's just kill this guy. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And we kill that because he puts 2 damage when he comes on. So that's 1, 2, 3, what was I doing? Yeah, so we kill that card. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? which basically there's 1, 2, there's 3, 4, 5 in here, so we get 5 points. 3 goes on the location and 2 goes on the quest. And it's important to keep putting the points on the quest because there are cards that remove quest tokens. Okay, so you have to do that. Anyway, so we clear this and it's a bank again, so this goes back on the top of the encounter deck. So we know that there's only 1 point coming next. We're 19, so this guy still attacks. And he gets a card. We are going to defend with the other Took. Nothing happens. The Took is killed. And then we're going to attack with 1, 2, untap Berevor, 3, 4, and he's killed. Okay, so everyone untaps. This goes up to turn 8. This goes up to turn 20. Threat 20. We draw a card for the start of our turn. Damn it. And we get 5, 1, and 3. And we still haven't drawn our attack cards. It's just unbelievable. This is why it's a draw deck. Did I not play this Trong of Travel even though I used the resource? Okay, so that wouldn't actually affect anything. So this goes to 4 and this is actually on here. Remember, she had 2 resources, so we still had 1 resource to cast Test if we wanted. So that error didn't affect anything. I just forgot to actually put the card out and take the resource off when I fetched it from the deck. Sorry about that. Okay, so that's the situation. 4, 1, 3. They're all spirit. So what are we going to do now? That's no use to us. No use to us. No use to us. I guess we can cast that. I guess we can cast another. Okay, so yeah, there's not a lot we can do even with all these cards. I guess I'm going to tap and draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Still no. God, it's unbelievable. Okay, so we're going to cast. Okay, so pretty much quest for 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, we're going to put out our heroes first. Sorry, I'm getting all cavalier because I'm beating it so badly. 1. This goes to 3. Place out another blocker. That's our only real blocker. And then I'm going to spend another 1 and another 1 and put out another courage. And I think that'll do me for now. So we quest for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 11, 12. No, we'll just quest for 10. Flip this over. It is a bats. Flip this over. It is another goblin sniper. Now, of course, remember the bats have surge. That's why a second card came out. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're questing for 10. That means we get another 5 on here. Okay, well, that's all well and good. So then we're going to cast attack into the staging area, kill the sniper, and attack into the staging area again and kill the bats. those trolls are still stuck up there. Can we please get a card that can put some damage on them? Okay, so untap, 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 untap. We draw one card. Damn it. This goes up 1. This goes up to 21. Untap this. And we're going to tap, and everyone gets resources. So she goes to 5 again, goes to 1, goes to 3. We're going to tap Unexpected Courage and draw 2 cards. Oh, finally. We're going to spend one of these resources and place out our Duodane Mark. Okay? And that gives him +1 damage. Right? So push this down a little. Oh. Okay, so he's got +1 damage. Finally. Okay, so we're going to spend another 2 resources. So that's 1, 2. Place out another Traveller. And that's about it. So, request for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reveal. And there's a Gladian Field. It goes up here. So that's 3, 4, 5. Requesting for 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. No, she's not questing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 is 10. Okay, so we get another 5 on the quest. And then we're going to travel to the fields. Nothing here to do. So we untap. 1, 2. Now, because of the Gladian Field, you have to put our threat up by 2. So we're a whole 23 now. So we draw a card, still nothing, god damn it. 1, so this goes to 7, so we just put 1 and 6. This goes to 3. Oh wait, I forgot to use him. Last turn, he attacks with both his courages. He attacks into the staging area with 1, 2, 3, 4. Which means both these guys get 1 damage each. Can't believe I forgot that. Sorry, I was just so used to him not doing anything. Okay, so now what are we going to do? Well, let's lose 1, 2 credits, and we're going to put out a Horsebreaker, or I mean a Rivermark's Finest. I'm going to tap Verivore and draw 2 cards. God damn it, unbelievable. God, we need a search for a signal card. That's what we need. Okay, so... well, we go questing, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Flip a card. Okay, so when revealed, deal 1 damage to each exhausted character, but don't worry, we have a test of will in hand, so we use 1 resource from that, which cancels this effect. So, we are questing for, what is it, what was it again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So we're questing for 10. 3 goes on here. This is destroyed, but it has a victory point. Alright, so 3 victory points. So it's going to go into our victory pile. Put that up here. And we get another 3 points, another 2 points, beg your pardon, on the quest. Then we attack twice into the staging area. 2 more damage. Bonk, bonk. Untap, 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 untap. We draw a card. Damn it. This goes up to 10. This goes to 24. And we'll tap Beravor, draw 2 cards. God damn it. Unbelievable. Okay, so she gets 3 resources. 1 resource and 1 resource. We're going to cast... oh yes I do. So we're going to cast another Minstrel so we can look at our deck and see where the hell these cards are. Oh look, they were both coming next. God, I wish I didn't do that now. Okay. So, well, she casts 3 resources, that can go away. Cast another 1, 2 resources. Guess I'll cast another 4 resources. Oh, may as well. Cast another 4 resources. Pull the greeting out. So we cast the greeting again. Drop our threat by another 6. Takes us back to 18. Because we are going quite slow here. Pay another 2, put out another Traveller, and we quest for 4. I don't know why she was tapped. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This reveals a card. It's another Gladian Fields. That's, and again, 5. So we get a whole mass of quest points. This time we get, what was it, 14, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. So we get a total of 9. That's 6, 7, 8, 9. I've broken this quest. Sorry guys. I won't make a draw deck next time. Okay, so we travel there and we quest for 2, attack for 2, and put another 1, 2 damage on the trolls. Okay, well that's all very well and good. So let's untap, 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 draw a card, we go to 11, go to 19, tap Beravor, draw 2 cards, thank you. She gets 3, takes it to 5, 1 and 1. We spend one of these resources and place out our second. Now he's attacking for 5 into the staging area. And oh, we'll just do another 1. 2. There you go. Boom. Okay, so quest 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. Flip. It is a Misty Mountain Goblin. Okay, so he comes into the staging area. He does attack us because we have 19. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're attacking for 14. So we get another 10 quest points. Insanity. This guy comes and attacks us. Flip. We'll just defend with, well, I may as well defend with the Toque. Flip this over. Nothing happens. Attacks for 2, is it? Attacks for 2. Defends at 1, means he gets 1 wound. And every time he attacks, we have to remove a quest point from the quest. Not that that's ever going to matter to us. Now the fun bit. We attack. We're attacking 5. So we put 2 wounds. Then we tap. Put another 2 wounds on the other guy. And then we tap and put tons of wounds on him. So he has 1 defense. We're attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4, which means we kill him. It's 3 plus 1. He's dead. And oh wait, what do I do here? -3 off this. So let's just make that 1, and this is cleared by the buy and goes in our victory pile. Sorry. Right. Well, that's all very well and good. So refresh, 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 refresh. You go up to 12 and you go up to 20. And we draw a card. Tap, draw 2 cards. Oh my god, still haven't got it. It's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Okay, so what have you got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, and what do we need? 9 to kill it. Okay, so we're going to clear this turn. So, oh wait, I need resources, don't I? So this goes to 5. This goes to 1, this goes to 2. Going to quest for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is that right? Ah, 13, 14. There we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. This gets revealed. It's another Gladian Fields. Awesome. Again, so that's 5, so we get I'm not going to bother putting it on, I can't be bothered, but suffice to say, we then travel here. Yoink! In the combat phase, we attack twice into the staging area, and we put another 1, 2, 3, 4, but before the combat phases ends, we're going to spend 1 more resource and sneak attack Landreval. Okay, so he comes in at the combat in the combat phase. We get another 2 wounds, 1, 2, And then combat phase is over, so he leaves play and goes back into our hand, and we get another 2, and this time we're going to target the other troll, and that should be enough to kill both of them. Let's have a look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So both the trolls are killed, they both go in our victory pile, and that is the end of, that's the first quest, first part of the quest. Not exactly a fast deck, but effective deck. Woohoo! Come here, all you annoying things. Right, now the interesting thing about using the land revolt to get those last points is that when this quest is completed, because it happens instantly, after defeating the trolls, thank you, let's not downplay our awesomeness, you are able to board the raft and embark upon a river voyage. As you depart, your enemies pursue, harassing the small vessel as you attempt to navigate the river. Ooh. And now this has got 16 quest points, okay? Now, that means nothing to us, but when you're doing the attack deck version of this quest, it's actually a little bit hard to do. As your enemies harass the raft, it's difficult to maintain balance and effectively fight them off. Reveal 1 additional card from the encounter deck each quest phase. Do not make engagement checks during the encounter phase. Each player may still optionally engage 1 character a turn. So that's quite interesting. That means we now reveal cards, but we don't actually have to ever worry about them attacking us. So it's, you know, we can just quest all out. Okay, so untap, 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 untap. These guys untap, untap, untap. Draw a card. It's the other greeting, thank you. This goes up to 13, and this goes up twice. 1, 2 to 22. It goes up twice because of Gladian Fields. And now you get, 7? So you go to 6, 7, you go to 2, and you go to 3. I may as well just tap and draw 1, 2, and I have my whole deck. I promise next deck will not be a draw deck. I swear to God. Even though I love draw decks because it's just ridiculous. Because this game is, so much about this game is just panicking because things come out of nowhere and attack you. And draw decks allow you to have answers for those incredibly hardcore treachery. Now obviously this is a very old quest, so it's a lot easier. That's why, but I still, you know, whatever. I won't do it next time, I swear. So okay, 1, we put in our last thing. Let's play 3 and put in our healer. And what that'll do, let's play another 1, 2, 3. Play another greeting. Drop our threat to, what does it go? It goes down 6, so we go down to 16. Yeah. And that's not enough for me because I'm greedy, yo. So why don't we just pay another 4, set this to 1, pull this back up and do it again. And we're now at, well actually, let's not do that in case we get 2 when revealed in a row. What are the chances? Well, look, there's no rush. Let's just not do it. So this goes back in our hand, this goes up, you know. Play it safe in this game, I suppose. So this gets another 4, it goes back to 5. Okay, so we quest for 6, 7, 8, 4, 2, And I think I'll quest with one of these guys just for fun. We reveal 2 cards. When revealed, remove 4 progress tokens from the current quest card. If there are fewer than 4 progress tokens, remove all progress tokens. Well, there are no progress tokens. Nothing happens. Next one is a brown lands. Boom. Okay, so let's just work out what we've got here. We want 16, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so that's the end of the reveal step. We have an action window. We're going to tap and heal our hero 1. And then... Oh no! I don't have a... Oh! I didn't save the resource. So you cast this, that would make that no threat. Ah, bummer. Okay, so... what's happening again? What was I doing? I think it'll probably work out anyway. So what are we going? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Minus 5 gives us 13. Okay, which means we get 3 on here, and we get 10 on here. That's a real shame. This gets destroyed. It's a Gladian field, so it goes back under our victory pile. This comes down to here, and it has an effect. After players travel to brown lands, place 1 progress token on it, so it's automatically discarded. And now we untap. This guy gets discarded. Untap, 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 untap. Okay, so this goes to 14. This goes to 17. There's no cards to draw. That doesn't kill you in this game. We get 1. We get 1. She gets 3, which brings her to 6, 7, 8. And, well, I mean, that's about it. Is there anything we want to do to be fancy before the end of the game? Nothing really. I think we've cast almost every... Oh, wait, that's what we'll do. Yeah, so we'll go 1, so 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull out the greeting and drop our threat by 6, which takes us to 11. And then let's just quest. So we're going to quest with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I could have discarded this guy and won the quest then. I'm such an idiot. So much going on. These 2 can quest. And we'll quest with you as well. And you, why not? We'll quest with everybody. Okay, so we're going to quest, and we have 4, 5, 6. I'm not going to fail this time. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Question for 22. Reveal 2 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so he gets surged. This one comes up. Then we draw the second card. And I think that's it. Yep, okay, so what we're going to do, I mean, just because we can, I guess. Should we cast Have we got both Test of Wills? Yeah, we've got 2 Test of Wills, why not? Let's just cast a Test of Will, because we can. Cancel that when revealed effect. Now, our threat is 14. He attacks at 10, so he attacks us. He attacks at 15, so he doesn't attack us. And he attacks at 20, so 30, so he doesn't attack us. So we get attacked by 1 card. Let's untap Beravor. Oh wait, Beravor, yeah. Is Beravor tapped? No. I haven't been drawing cards, so yeah, Beravor, so we untap Beravor with Unexpected Courage. Gets a card. Defend with Beravor. Ah, stuff it. We don't even need to, let's just defend with the Took. Why play around? Who knows if I was doing that right or wrong. Okay, this gets discarded. He attacks for 2. This kills this guy. Ooh. Right, and now we attack with Dun here. He attacks for 3, 4, 5. That kills this guy. He then Unexpected Courage attacks, kills this guy. Yep. And then he Unexpected Courages, attacks again. Wait, did I count? Unexpected Courage and kills this guy again. Okay, I've completely forgot to add up my... Did I put the... I'm confusing myself. So much to remember in this game. I don't think I put the quest counters on here after that quest. No, I didn't. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Is that right? So it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20, 22. Okay, so 22, and there was a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is plenty. So we complete this quest. As your enemies harass the raft, it's okay, we've read that bit, that's dead. Oh. And 3A, the ongoing 3A. Woohoo. The ongoing harassment of your enemies has forced your raft to the shore. You must now confront the ambush head on. If you survive this attack, the path to the Golden Wood should be open before you. Okay, so ambush on the shore. Reveal 2 encounter cards per player and add them to the staging area. Skip the staging step of the quest phase for the remainder of the game. Okay, so let's have to redo everything here because I screwed up by not placing those. This card is on the top of the encounter deck. Okay, so that's the first card revealed, right? And she's tapped. And this isn't tapped. Okay, so that's the first card revealed. And what we're going to do is we're going to spend 1 resource to go to 3 to Test of Will to stop that happening. And then the second one comes up. Oh, look at that. It's another one. Do we have a 3rd Test of Will in hand? And we don't. Okay, so everyone takes 1 wound who's tapped. So, takes a wound, you're not tapped. Takes a wound. Killed, killed. These guys are killed. These guys are killed. Bam, there you go. Board is cleared. This is cleared. This is cleared. This is cleared. And that is the situation. Now, this guy comes and attacks us. He gets a shadow card. We defend. We untap. Yeah, we'll just defend with the Horsebreaker. Flip it over. Gets a shadow effect. Defending player chooses and returns one exhausted ally he controls to his owner's hand. If he controls no exhausted allies, raise his threat by 3. Well, that's no good. We have to raise our threat by 3. 1, 2, 3. Wait up. I forget which one's which because they're so similar. I think we're this one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is 17. This guy's killed. And then we attack and do the same thing. So we attack him, he's killed, we had unexpected courage twice, and we kill both of these cards. Sorry for screwing up that end game, but we don't need any quest things, and it just says once there is no enemies in play, the players have won. No enemies, nothing on the board, game over. And we have quite a few victory points. Not that that matters anymore. We've got all the fields, so that's 3, 6, 9, 13, 17. 17 victory points, 17 threat, and 11, so it's 110, plus 17, minus 17, minus 1, 2. Oh, well, in the combat phase I would have done that and gotten rid of this, so that gives us 1. So we're 111, is that right? Anyway, so Journey Down the Anduin, crushed into dust, and I promise the next deck I'll make will not be a draw deck, and we'll see how we go with that. But so the next quest is Escape from Goldor, which is a good chance of not winning. So, well, hope you enjoyed that one, and I will catch you next time.